I definitely don't move through the world like I used to. And today I want to chat about that. So I feel like I don't push myself the same way I used to when having to leave my home. I also feel like I'm more aware of my energy when I'm leaving my home these days versus in years past. And so, yeah, when I was younger, I would not pay attention to how my body felt, how my mind felt, my energy, all of those sorts of things. And I would just look at a list of things that I needed to get done. And I'm like, we just have to do these things. And I didn't pay attention to how I felt. And so that made me, it really just made me, I just felt just exhausted, honestly. It wasn't in alignment with who I am. And so I really had to notice these things over the years and then make changes so that it aligned with myself and the way that I move in the world a lot better. So one thing that I notice is that I don't push myself anymore, especially when it comes to rushing out the door. I make sure that I give myself a lot of time before I have to leave the home. When I leave the place that I'm at, so whether it's an appointment or an errand, I give myself lots of time to get home. And I try to give myself lots of time during the actual event. So whether that is shopping or an appointment or something like that, I just try to give myself lots of time so that I can just calm my body and my mind. And I'm not thinking about all of the things that I have to do. Another thing that I have started doing is that I don't stack a lot of things at the same time. So if I'm going out to do something, I try to only do that one thing. So if it's going out for groceries per se, I really try to only go to one store and just focus on that and then come home. So I don't say, oh, well, if I'm leaving the house, I might as well go to this place and this place and this place and this place and get it all done at once. I would rather make multiple trips out of the house and just do one thing at a time. And I just feel like that just aligns better with me. And actually, I think I don't want to say forcing, but kind of making myself actually leave the house every day is probably a better thing for me. It's a good habit for me to get into instead of staying home for several days at a time and then leaving on one day and doing a whole bunch of errands all at once. I feel like that is probably in better alignment with me. Another thing that I notice is that when I am out, I am very conscious of whether I'm feeling overstimulated. And if I am feeling overstimulated, I listen to my body and I just kind of cut the errand short. So I don't try and push myself through and say, you know what, you got to just do it. And if I'm in a place that's extremely busy or chaotic, I don't mind busy. It's more the chaotic busy that really gets to me. So, for instance, there's certain big box stores, think really big box stores that are like warehouses. I find it really hard to shop there. I will go to these places and my husband will run in to do our shopping and I will sit in the car because I just find it so overwhelming. And I can't pinpoint exactly why, but I feel like it's, there's a lot of people, but it feels like chaotic energy, like people are sort of going in every which way. I also am very sensitive to lighting in certain places. So if a place has very fluorescent cool lighting. So think of like those blue fluorescent lights. I find those so overstimulating, and it does something to my nervous system. So I find that really hard. I love like warm ambient lighting, and I love places that have lower ceilings because it feels cozier. Things don't echo as much. I love places that use paint colors instead of like cool gray tones. If they use like a warmer beige tone, I find that so much more soothing as well. So for some reason, I just really am affected by that. And so I have just learned that I would rather pay more, maybe even drive a little bit further to go to a place that I find soothing to shop at, even if I'm missing out on the deals. So I have definitely learned that about myself. So over the years, I've definitely let go of a lot of expectations that I had on how I thought my life should look. And a lot of times we compare ourselves to other people that we know, right? Especially to friends and family, maybe even people that we see online. And I have learned that I need to just stay true to myself. I need to do what works best for me and for my family, and that a lot of times it's not how other people do things. And so I have really come to terms with that and embraced that, and I feel so much better for it. So, people that I see who are, they are going to this store and that store, and they're looking at sales and they're looking at flyers and things of that sort. I have to tell you, I don't even look at the flyers, because to me, it doesn't matter what's on sale, because I need to just go to a place that is easiest for me, where I enjoy shopping. And if I have to pay a little bit more, I'm okay with that, simply because I just find it more enjoyable, and that it just makes it work for me a little bit better. Now, in saying that, if I'm in a different season of life, sometimes I can shop at different stores, and I can do a lot more errands, and I can be out in the world more and not think about it. So it just depends on what season I'm in. But right now, I'm in this season of life where I just want things to be calm. I want things to be easy, and I am just doing what works for me. And that often looks very different to the way that other people are doing it. And I will say that when I come home, that is my time for regulation. There is nothing like coming home to your sanctuary, your safe haven, and just being able to decompress. I absolutely love it, and it's sort of like this little reward at the end of the day, or at the end of your outing, that you can come back and it's just like a warm hug, and you can just breathe a sigh of relief that you are back home again. And I absolutely love that part. So home definitely restores me, and what I find is that I try to make sure I don't schedule too much after I come back home, because I know that I will just want that time to unwind. And that is really what is working for me right now. It's what's supportive for me, and I just really wanted to share that with you as well, because I'm sure there's some people out there who can relate to that and might be feeling the same way I do. And if you have any suggestions or tips, or want to share any life experience, I would love to hear from you too. So be sure to leave a comment, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.